Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome to this safe and sacred space for us to be together for a little while. Breathe, relax, rebalance and recharge body, mind and spirit. So as always, I ask you to join me in taking that deep and conscious breath. Just feel the energy as it rushes in to your body. Through your mind, your cells. Feel how your tummy pushes out. Relaxing. Just bringing the breath all the way down to the core of you. Just be aware of how your whole body and mind and spirit is being nourished by the oxygen and those crystalline atoms that are always in the air, but mostly invisible. We see them on the sea, the water, as the sun shines. Light energy, charge, that is nourishing the light body, spirit, the divine self that you are within. So be aware of your connection through the breath to the cosmos above and the earth below. You receiving the energies from both, serving you, keeping you alive, keeping you well. So just be aware of how your body, mind and spirit, all the different energies are coming together now as you breathe in one harmonious alignment. Just allow yourself to be the sovereign oneness, the divine human being you are. Most of us now are done playing just the human game. We've taken a lot of years experiencing the wonderful sensations and polarities, the good and the bad, and I don't like and I like, the light and the dark. And it's all brought us to this moment, or the moment, when we realized that there is more than this human identity. The Barbara. We are so much more. And that we have been programmed since probably 5, 6, 7 years old to conform, to believe, to do this, not to do that. Everything in life, human life, is set up, has been set up on purpose to control the human, giving us rewards and punishments for behavior. But we are realizing this, more and more people are realizing this, that I don't have to follow anymore. We can really, really and truly be free. So that is what we're going to talk about today. It's quite important because to be free, they say freedom is our choice and our free will. And yes, that is true. But it's only true for our human experience. So up until you realize you are more than your human self, that you are divine too. So yes, choice and free will is ours to say yes or no, and consent yes or no to what's happening. Now I'm saying this, many of us have realized this, but many of us haven't realized that we have a choice, that we have free will. Yes, we read about it, but do we really understand it? We are allowed to say no. We are allowed to say, I do not consent. But do we practice this? No, because we've been told to do as you're told. So we do as we're told. So for the human experience, it is so important we learn that we have a choice and we have free will. And it is in that choice is our freedom to follow or to rebel, create a revolution, a new one, according to what we like, according to what we want to experience, how we want to feel. So yes, it is part of our freedom during the human experience. And when we have dared stand up, presented ourselves as, yes, I am my own authority. I can choose how I want to live, who I want to live with, what I want to do. And that will allow us to expand more into the truth of who we are. when we dare stand in our authority, we can see different perceptions. We can see bigger picture, what's happening. But of course, talking about authority, when we daren't stand up because we are fearful, we have this program running, and I'm saying this because not too many days ago I went through this trigger of poor me, victim mode. My biggest fear has always been my value of myself, my self-worth, feeling secure about me. Because I've been programmed that I have to fit in with everybody, behave well, do my best. Make sure you're not judged by being the nice girl, the good girl, etc., etc. So when we have gone through all our lessons, and when I say lessons, I mean when we've gone through remembering that there is nothing to be fearful of, we are sovereign, human, divine beings. We are spirit too. We have a say in the matter. We are all valuable and essential in the big picture. You could say we are all equal yet unique. So we have to allow ourselves to come back to this realization that we are truly divine, most divine. The core of us is divine. So we can release all the fears. Don't fall for the poor me programming, the falling victim, not being good enough. And instead stand in our authority and say no bloody more. This is how I want to live. You choose. That is your right when you were born. Your will is free to remember who you are, going through the experiences. But of course, once you have dealt with, or maybe accepted, that yes, I am human and divine, when you allow these three energies, body, mind, and spirit, to merge, truly reunite together, in order to step out of the limitation and control, there's something that we have to do. And this confuses a lot of people. It confused me as well. You see, when you receive the divine, your divine light, your spirit, you have to surrender the human experience, the human ego, the human identity. You don't surrender your self, what's the word? Acknowledgement. Because we need that self-acknowledgement all the time. But all the polarity around your identity and your behavior, thoughts and emotions, the good and the bad and the light and the dark, it all has to be surrendered. We have to let go of it. We can't fight anymore. And we can go so far as to say we're moving out of duality, having to choose, into receiving divine flow in the moment, in the unknown. So at this time, when we're embracing and receiving our divinity, so the reuniting body, mind and spirit, the human and the divine, we have to let go of the identity, the ego, the domination, the greed, the control. So you can imagine going into divine flow. We are opening ourselves up to a new adventure, a new world where everything is just to enjoy, to be, to explore, to discover, to play, to sense. There isn't much polarity anymore. There is no darkness, so to speak. Only darkness to discover, but in that I mean the unknown, the void, the more, the potential. So if where we're expanding into the unknown, the divine flow, there is no need for choice anymore. We don't have to make decisions on this way or that way. And instead, you will receive a feeling of we're flowing that way. Not for any reason, just knowing that that way is our way. So it's like we are dropping our own human free will and receiving divine will. We are leaving the human destiny and we're going into divine destiny. And more important, our mission. Because I feel that we all are, the ones who are really working on ourselves. There is much work to do to bring harmony and unity into this world, and it's coming. But we need people to be there for others, to be examples of how we can surrender and be the divine humans we truly are. So it's not about getting rid of the human, because the body is here, the mind's here, and we can use it all. What we're dropping is the ego, that need to be the best, to the macho, or dominant or submissive. That will all be gone, be left. And we are just this balanced feminine and masculine energy, most divine and human. We're using this human body to move into the new adventure. So yes, when you're in human experience, your choice is your freedom. But later, when you have realized, I am so much more, I am both human and divine, we surrender our human choice and free will. We give it over to the divine and receive in place divine flow, divine knowingness, divine wisdom for this new experience we're going into now. And I know that you feel this because we're expanding our perception, our consciousness. We are receiving information about where we have to go, what we have to do. We no longer have to think and process. It just flows as if by magic. But it's not really magic. It's because you're listening to yourself and you're in flow. And once you're in flow, you receive the divine flow and will, and you begin to expand into this unknown territory beyond the mind and body. Different things you will experience, enjoy, know. And this will give you a feeling of absolute true freedom. You will see how there is actually nothing to do